company has evolved into what it is today, which was a vision of having a one-stop shop.
You hire the best of the best.
Yes, we do. Everybody here to me is family.
Our guiding principles are:
be kind,
speak honestly,
make it simple,
act fairly,
put people over profits. Simple solutions.
Hey, good morning, everybody out there in Wildcat Nation. I'm Will Worsham here with financial expert Bruce Porter from the Resource Center. You can give them a call at 417-882-1800. What do you got going on today, Bruce? I see you got your Storytime coffee down there.
Hey, if you want really good coffee, Storytime's got it going on.
They really do. Glad they came. They're coming up on a year. I guess really they're about 6 months in. But
yeah.
August, I think, will be their 1 year anniversary. So
it's always good. It's fresh, good company, good atmosphere.
I like the Guatemalan.
Yeah.
Because you get to pick your roast and your origin and all that stuff. So the Guatemalan's my favorite. Just got a good flavor to me. I don't like the African coffees so much. Some people do. But
I like whatever this is.
Whatever they got on tap.
It's just black coffee.
Too much. Yeah, it's all black for me. I don't want to put any junk in it. But anyhow, we making any money this week?
Well, let's see. We hope so. Let's see. No telling what Congress is going to do this week.
Yeah, they passed a stimulus bill, but I don't know what's in it. And I'm not sure they do either.
From what I can tell, and you can't trust anything that's going on because anything out of Washington nowadays kind of a whole lot of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, there's about 9 or 10% of that 1.9 stimulus money that's going for corona-related virus stuff.
Okay.
Whatever that may be.
Whatever that may be. Right.
And the rest of it is just going to whatever earmarks that the Democratic Party felt like that they wanted.
Because they're in 100% control.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can't say that I agree with all that. I think we've got to get the nation healthy first. Then we can fight over our marbles later. So, but, what are you going to do? Well, what we do is we're going to vote in 2 years, and we're going to vote again, and we may have to vote again and again and again. Right?
Right.
But, so financially, here's what that means to us American citizens that are out here working, right?
Right.
What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to realize we're going to have to take care of ourselves because evidently elections are kind of out the window anymore. I don't think we'll ever have any integrity in the election process for quite some time until they get this figured out.
Well, whether there's integrity or not, it's going to be difficult for half of the country, and it could be either half, to feel confident that the results are accurate, fair.
Exactly. So that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take care of ourselves. So financially, I think there's an exercise that people can do. You need to basically develop a game plan. And we've talked about this till I'm almost blue in the face. But when you have a written game plan that you can refer back to, when you and your wife can sit down and have a discussion about, it's going to have meaning and it's going to have, there's a thought put into it. And I would encourage you to include your children in that process. Start teaching them about money early. But it's evident that, with all the stimulus stuff, don't kid yourself. Our taxes are going to go through the roof. That's coming. So, it's the only way to pay it back is manipulating the tax code in some form or fashion. Now, who knows what that's going to look like when that happens? But I'm not naive enough to think that we're going to be able to live in this financial euphoria that we've been in for the past 4 years, which has been kind of nice. But I think all that's about to change. Now, how's it going to change? Who knows? All I encourage people to do is take care of yourself.
Well, and that means, have some money set away, some savings, and bank accounts are great for that. But are there other places to save money
Well, there can be. I mean, when we look at a financial portfolio of somebody, I'm always kind of curious as to why they have more credit card debt than they have money in savings. And, and don't feel bad. That's kind of the norm in the United States today is we have a negative savings rate. Well, don't fall victim to that. You need to not follow the Joneses. Don't try to keep up because he's broke, right?
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
heard that time and time again, but it's the truth. So when you're evaluating your position where you're at, look at where you're at, look what your bills are, look what your income is. Now, we got the basics under control. Expenses, income. Now we figure out how much are we going to spend? All of it? Part of it? How much are we going to save? How much are we going to save in savings? Well, you need short-term, you need medium range, and you need long-term money. And, if you're upside down and you're losing money every month, you may have to give something up or you may have to get another job on top of the one you got. I mean, I've worked 2 jobs before. I'm sure you have. So,
I think I still do.
Yeah, I've worked 3 or 4 sometimes. But, it's having a realistic, honest conversation, you and the wife and a financial person. Get some advice, get some professional guidance. Call the resource center. We have people that can sit down and help you evaluate where you're at, give you a direction for where you're at, and we can go from there. So, I mean, we're always looking to try to help people and be of service to our community. So, whatever we can do to help, we'll be glad to do that.
And that number again for the Resource Center is 417-882-1800. Give them a call. We'll be back with more Bruce Porter on Dollars and Cents next week. Thanks for watching.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.